Garlic is a very potent antibiotic. In fact, the research is showing is 6 times more powerful than tetracycline, and that's a common antibiotic.
This is Dr. Barbara O'Neill, a world-renowned health expert who believes in using food as medicine in treating many illnesses, thereby keeping you away from the hospital. As a strong advocate for holistic and natural health, there are countless testimonies to support her healing techniques. In our previous video, she showed us how to heal our body with castor oil, but in today's video, she will teach us how to use common food to treat common illnesses that affect us. Ensure to watch this video till the end to miss nothing. Garlic.
Garlic. I always look for the purple ones, so I try not to get the Chinese ones. If you want to use it as an antibiotic, you would probably need probably at least 3 of those medium-sized cloves a day. And you could have it in the flu bomb, or you could crush it into a bowl of hot soup, or you could put it on a slice of sourdough toast and put avocado on top. But that garlic going in has a great effect for a chest cold or a head cold.
Garlic is widely known as a potent and powerful antibiotic. Dr. Barbara advises we eat 3 cloves of garlic per day to get the fullness of its antibiotic properties. These cloves of garlic can be cut to pieces or grated into a soup and eaten or added to a salad or any preferred meal of your choice. You can also use the garlic in making the flu bomb. A flu bomb is one of Dr. Barbara's favorite recipes for treating a chest cold or a head cold. To make the flu bomb, you need these ingredients.
Garlic, approximately 1 clove, and if I was doing it for a child, I'd use a very tiny little clove, and that's crushed. The next ingredient is ginger, and this is about 1/4 teaspoon, and that's finely chopped. The third ingredient is the juice of a lemon. It's usually 1 lemon juice. Next ingredient is honey, and usually 1 teaspoon. The next ingredient is eucalyptus oil, or you can use tea tree oil, 1 drop, that's it. And the next ingredient is cayenne pepper. For other people who are very brave, it might be 1/2 teaspoon, so I'll just leave that one up to you. Now all of these things are put in 1/2 cup of hot water, and then you drink it. And if a person's got anything from pneumonia to bronchitis to asthma to the flu to sinus problems, any respiratory problems, that will bring relief, and it usually brings relief for about 4 hours. So my suggestion is, if you have such a complaint, that you have 3 or 4 a day.
Dr. Barbara advises that you take this flu bomb just before a heavy meal, as it could irritate an empty stomach. She also suggests that you don't have to chew the garlic or ginger added into the flu bomb. Rather, you can just swallow it directly because the garlic and ginger are already cut into small, fine pieces. Cayenne pepper.
What I'd like to look at now is cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is a remarkable herb. Cayenne pepper is a blood mover, and cayenne pepper will bring blood to an area. Cayenne pepper can be used internally and it can be used externally. Internally, it can be used for a sore throat. You might think, well, that's the last thing you feel like taking if you've got a sore throat. If you take it, yes, it'll tingle, but when the tingle settles down within a couple of minutes, you'll find that the sore throat has been relieved. You can also take it for low hydrochloric acid. If someone's has a lot of bloating, that can be low hydrochloric acid. See, this will wake anything up. Internally, out of the gut and into the blood, it thins the blood. What it will also do is it'll open the capillaries and it will strengthen the arterial walls. So it's a great additive to people who've had a stroke or who've had a heart attack. They're often put on blood thinners. No need for blood thinners. You can take the cayenne pepper. How much? You might start with 1/4 teaspoon in a little water 3 times a day. Some people love it and put it on their food. 3 times a day.
Cayenne pepper is a remarkable and popular herb. Dr. Barbara recommends the use of cayenne pepper for common illnesses like bloating, which can occur due to low hydrochloric acid levels in your stomach. Hydrochloric acid helps our stomach in breaking down the food we eat. Hence, low hydrochloric acid levels can cause bloating due to poor food digestion in the stomach.
Cayenne pepper can be used externally, and where you use cayenne pepper externally, and you might be surprised at what I'm about to say, if someone's had a cut and you sprinkle that into the cut, it'll stop the bleeding, and it can even help to pull the cut together. Obviously there might be some serious cuts that might need stitches. Cayenne pepper can also be used to bring blood to an area, and when a person has had chemotherapy, often they suffer from peripheral neuropathy, which means they lose feeling in their feet.
Externally, Dr. Barbara recommends using cayenne pepper to bring blood to an area of the body using a cayenne pepper compress.
One man said, "I can't feel my feet." What we did was we put cayenne pepper compresses on the bottom of his feet.
To make a cayenne pepper compress, fold a piece of towel and sprinkle olive oil on the towel. The olive oil is meant to hold the cayenne pepper on the towel so it doesn't fall off. Add 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper to the towel and place the affected area directly on the cayenne pepper. You can use a sock to hold the towel if the affected area is the foot.
So to make the cayenne pepper compress, we fold up a piece of cling wrap a few times about the size of the bottom of the foot, and we fold over a couple of layers of kitchen paper. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sprinkle some olive oil onto that. Usually you put about a teaspoon per foot, and the foot goes straight onto this.
Onion cough syrup.
Now I'm going to make an onion cough syrup.
To make the onion cough syrup, put a layer of cut raw onion into a jar, then pour a spoon of honey into the jar. Repeat this process until the jar is full. Once the jar is full, keep the mixture to stand for 24 hours. After 24 hours, you should notice a runny fluid has formed in the jar. Once this is formed, separate this runny fluid from the onion.
And you keep doing this until you've filled your jar, and then you let that sit for 24 hours. After 24 hours, you will have a syrup. It'll be like an amber, very runny fluid, and that's your onion syrup.
This fluid is the cough syrup, and it can be stored in a fridge.
And you can strain your onion out, and you can keep that cough syrup in your fridge.
To treat cough using this onion cough syrup, take 1 teaspoon 3 times a day.
So what's the dosage? Well, in a little 2-year-old, you might give them half a teaspoon 3 times a day, you know. For an older child or an adult, you might give them a teaspoon 3 times a day.
Onion can also be used in its raw form to treat sore throat.
What you can do for a sore throat, you can finely slice the onion.
Cut the onion into pieces and put on a white towel. Fold the towel to hold the onion and place this on the neck.
It's a good idea to fold them up into squares. This is a good size square. And then you pull the cloth over, top and bottom, and then put that round the neck. And then you might cover that with a scarf, or you might cover it with a little bit of plastic and then a scarf, and you can leave that on overnight.
Charcoal.
Now the last we're going to look at is charcoal. Charcoal is a remarkable substance because charcoal can absorb up to, I think it's the figures are about 150 times its own weight in poisons. Now charcoal is unique in that it not only absorbs poison, it neutralizes poison. That's a very important point. So you can use it internally for any poisoning, or you can use it internally for diarrhea.
Charcoal has been used as a potent antidote for treating food poisoning for centuries. Dr. Barbara recommends charcoal to be used in healing bee stings, wasp stings, and snake bite.
You can use charcoal externally for bee stings, wasp bites, spider bites, snake bites.
To make a charcoal compress, mix charcoal with an equal amount of selenium in a plastic bag. Ensure the two are properly mixed to form a gel.
So I'm going to mix it with psyllium. You can also mix it with ground flax. So I'm going to do it with psyllium, and you can use equal amounts of psyllium. So we're going to do 2 psyllium, and we're going to do 2 charcoal.
This mixture can be stored in a fridge or freezer. This can be used on a bee or wasp sting.
Now this poultice that I'm making, it can be used on sore eyes. So every house should have this in the fridge.